number 16. From the following transaction, write journal entries in the books of Shri Dinesh Bhai of Dahod. The following GST rates are applicable to business transactions of Shri Dinesh Bhai. GST is not included for the following transactions at applicable amount of GST and write journal entries. CGST 6% on goods and on services 2.5%, SGST 6% and 2.5%, IGST 12% and 5.0%. Here we have to calculate GST as per the state. Means if transaction is done within the state, then we have to take GST as SGST and CGST. CGST and SGST. If transaction is done outside the state, then GST is calculated as IGST. Goods of rupees 50,000 purchased at 10% trade discount from Suresh Bhai of Surendranagar. The payment is made by check. Now here Dinesh Bhai is from Dahod and Suresh Bhai is from Surendranagar. Means it is from same state, that is Gujarat. That's why your CGST and SGST is calculated. Purchase account 45,000, 50,000 minus 10%. 50,000 minus 10% is 45,000 multiplied by 6%. 45,000 multiplied by 6% is 2,700 and inputs SGST is also 2,700. Whenever purchase is there, at that time we have to write input CGST and input SGST to bank account 50,400. Goods of rupees 40,000 purchased at 10% cash discount from Vishnu Bhai of Varanasi, that is UP. Now your state is changed. If state is changed, then here we have to take IGST. Here also 10% cash discount. So here they are told 40% cash discount, but transaction is credit. Payment is not done. That's why we cannot take here. We cannot do cash discount here. So purchase account 40,000 and here 40,000 multiplied by 12% is 4,800. So total to Vishnu Bhai account is 44,800. Goods of 60,000 sold at 10% trade discount to Himanshu Bhai of Himmatnagar. Now we again same state, that is Gujarat. So here we have to take CGST and SGST. Himanshu Bhai account debit to sales account credit to output CGST and output SGST. Whenever sales is there, at that time we have to write output, and whenever purchase is there, at that time we have to write input. Now they have told that it is a 10% trade discount. Trade discount. So 60,000 minus 10% is 54,000. Output CGST 54,000 multiplied by 6% is 3,240, and here also 3,240. So total is 60,480. Date 11. Goods of 50,000 sold at 10% trade discount to Sashikant of Simla and payment received through check. Again, here it is from outside state. So bank account debit to sales account credit and to output IGST. Here 10% trade discount is there. So 50,000 minus 10%. So it's 45,000, and 45,000 multiplied by 12% is 5,400. So total is 50,400. Again, 15 date 1/4 goods returned to Vishnu Bhai and proportionate GST is adjusted. Okay, Vishnu Bhai, it is purchase return. Okay, here Vishnu Bhai, what 1/4 goods is returned to Vishnu Bhai. Now 1/4 goods means what? Okay, 40,000 multiply by 1 by 4, 4 tens are 40,000. So your 10,000 goods are returned and proportionate GST is also returned. So 4800 multiply by 1 by 4. 4 ones are 4 twos are 8. So it will be 1200. Okay. So total is 11,200. One third goods written by Himanshu Bhai and proportionate GST is adjusted. One third goods written by Himanshu Bhai. Okay. So goods of Himanshu Bhai are 60,480. So here 60,480, sorry 54,000. 54,000 multiplied by 1 by third is 18,000. Okay, and proportionate GST is also adjusted. So your GST is taken as 3,240 multiplied by 1 by 3. So it is 1080. So total is 20,160. A cupboard of 20,000 purchased from Sajanand Furniture Mart of Ahmedabad. So furniture account debit, input CGST account debit, and to input SGST account debit, to Sajanand Furniture Mart account credit. Total is 22,400. Shop rent paid 8,000. The shop rent account debit. Here whichever service is given, for service we have to count 2.5% GST on service charge. Okay, so 8,000 multiply by 2.5%, so it is 200. Total is 8,400. Total of journal is 2,68,240 and 2,68,240. Sum number 17. From the following transaction, write journal entries in the books of Kians Patel of Kesod. CGST 9% on service, 2.5%, SGST 9%, 2.5% services, and IGST 18% and 5.5%. Goods of 40,000 purchased at 10% trade discount and 10% cash discount from Savan Patel of Surat. Purchase account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit to Savan account credit. 40,000 minus 10% is 36,000 and 9% of 36,000 is 3,240. So total is 42,480. Goods of 30,000 purchased at 10% trade discount from Ayush Saha of Amravati, that is Maharashtra. The payment is made by check. Purchase account debit, 30,000 minus 10% is 27,000. Input IGST account debit 4,860 to bank account 31,860. Goods of 50,000 sold at 10% trade discount to Ans Avasti of Ahmedabad. Amount received by check. Ans account debit, bank account debit to sales account credit, to output CGST account credit, and to output SGST account credit. Here they have told that half amount is received by check and half amount is remaining. So 50,000 minus 10% is 45,000. 9% of 45,000 is 4,050. So total amount is, now from they are told that half amount is paid by check. So bank account 26,550 and by Ans account that is 26,550. Goods of 20,000 sold at 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount to Neil Mehta of Nagpur. Neil Mehta account debit to sales account credit and to output IGST account credit. 20,000 minus 10% is 18,000 and 18,000 multiplied 12% is 3,240. Total is 21,240. 1 by 4 goods returned to Savan Patel of Surat. The proportionate amount of GST is adjusted. Savan account debit to purchase return account credit, to input CGST account credit and input SGST account credit. Here 1 by 4th. So Savan, the purchase amount was 36,000. So 1 by 4th of 36,000 is 9,000 and your GST is 3,240. So 3,240 multiplied by 1 by 4 is 810. Total is 10,620. 16 date 1 by 5 1 by 5 goods received book from Neil Mehta of Nagpur. The proportionate amount of GST is adjusted. So ये नील मेहता, okay, goods are total 18,000. 18,000 multiplied by 1 by 5 start is 600. Sales return account debit, output IGST account debit to Neil Mehta account credit 3600. 3240 multiplied by 1 by 5 is 648. Total is 4248. 24 date a computer of 40,000 for office from Soup Infotech. The payment is made by check. Computers account debit, input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit to bank account credit. Computer price is 40,000, GST 9% as 3600. Total is 47,200. Office rent of 10,000 paid by check. The office rent account debit, input CGST account debit and input SGST account debit to bank account credit. As it is services, so we have to charge 2.5% as a GST. Office rent 10,000, CGST 250, SGST 250, total is 10,500. Go down rent 20,000 received by check. Bank account debit to go down rent account credit to output CGST account debit to credit to output SGST account credit. 20,000 multiplied by 2.5% is 500 and here also 500. Total is 21,000. 25,000 received for commission by check from trader of Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So bank account debit 26,250 to commission account 25,000 and to output IGST account 1250. Total is 2,68,498 and 2,68,498.